Hey you, welcome back to my channel. I am going to use this beautiful Jello product with some conditioner for a leave-in. Just got out of the shower with a very wet t-shirt and ready to start my little tail on the back to prevent any tangles for my next hair wash, which is a lifesaver. So I wanted to do something different with this hairstyle. I wanted to use less product than a lot of product because I want this product to last longer than it already has. So of course, going to use a little bit of the conditioner and pay attention to the ends, not the root area, but I do scrunch a little bit up top and kind of finger coil a little bit with my fingers, but not really. And I kind of started to think, okay, let's do it in 4 sections instead of 2, like I've been doing for a while. Use this curl Jello with a G and use like a fingertip of it that wraps around and apply that to the section. However, I had no idea what I was going to do with this part because I had no idea. But once I got to the front, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna section it off in diagonal sections and then brush it, and hopefully some curl will happen. But this was a trial and error. As you can see, there's not that much definition in that first section I have made, but I continued it because this is kind of normally what I do, but it's only in 4 sections instead of 2. So this is still a fingertip size of product, and I kind of scrunch, as well as pray hands, and then scrunch up toward the root area and a tiny little bit of a finger coil. So it's more of a wave look, but I also didn't want to have so much product so that if I do a refresh, which I do, I don't want to be so much product added on. So of course, this third part of the section I do section it off and smoothen the product outside and then scrunch it, making sure I'm not necessarily breaking up the curl and making it more frizzy, when in reality I probably should have added a bit more water, but I do put it in my last section because it needed it to make the brushing more smoothly and not add so much of a wet frizz going on. So I think my 4th section is much more better than the rest of the 4 sections I did. So I'm adding a little bit of what's left on my hand to my little tail in the back and really just spritzing it up, not really touching it as much. And here's my display. It's not that much product, but a lot of product on the end. So I know there will be definition there for sure, but the rest is going to be more of a frizz, less defined look, which is expected because I don't have that much product lately. So gotta work with what I got and also preserve what I got as well. So 2 days later, I haven't refreshed until day 2, and it looks kind of knotted, which it is. It's a lot frizzy because I didn't do much with it, and I don't know how to approach refreshing at all. Help. Anywho, so it took a little bit of a struggle of how to approach it because it was early in the morning and I didn't know what to do before I had to go to work. So okay, my thought is, okay, just wet it and then add the Jello. And maybe on the other half, I would just only add the Jello and not wet my hair. It sounded like a good idea, maybe like a test I wanted to do, but in reality, I added water on both sides. I also didn't want to add too much water to make it look like I took a shower or something of that sort, so I used about the same amount I did when I applied it the first time on my first wash day. And just spritz the areas that are more frizzy and really make sure the water and the Jello that are stuck on my hands, kind of a sticky sensation, to define the areas I am targeting with the water as well as the Jello. So then, of course, I need my 4 eyes to see the progress and what I am accepting and not accepting, and adding more water to the areas that look like I missed a spot. So then I move the camera to make myself look like an angel and out of focus. But as you can see, it kind of makes the hair more defined and you see the curls more, which is, I guess, a good thing, but not really. Anywho, I focus, and here's the finishing product. It's a bit more defined. It seems a little bit more flat, but I didn't use that much product, which is expected, which is fine. Maybe I'll refresh another day. Like and subscribe. Embrace joy. So, the behind the scenes of displaying the curls and making a face because your nose itches. So you gotta really get in there and make sure you're not touching your face. And of course, do you always do that? Put your hair in your mouth and then check to see if you saw a frizz? Let me know.